Hi guys, and welcome to a new series in Football Manager. We're going to be looking at Chelsea now. We're going to be taking on Chelsea, trying to mirror Antonio Conte's success he's had this season at Chelsea. We'll take a little look at the table before we play our first game. Liverpool United drawing 2-2 at Anfield before City thrash West Ham and Tottenham hammer Middlesbrough. Arsenal playing tomorrow at home to Crystal Palace, and we have to host Swansea. So we're actually on the day of that right now, 13th of August, ready to get down to business. No transfer incomings or anything like that. Obviously, if we're trying to mimic what Antonio Conte done this season, then we're not going to be having transfers coming in. I'm not going to absolutely 100% guarantee that I'm not going to buy anybody, but it's just, in general, I'm not looking to unless something ridiculous comes up. So, let's look at the tactics that we've got just now. This tactic that I'm going to be playing is actually modelled off of this tactic. This tactic you can actually download from the forum FM base. So this is where I stole the tactic from, and I've just modified it a little bit to get Hazard and Pedro pushed out wide. So if you want to play with the tactic, you can go steal it from there, and I will link that in the description below. Pretty much just down to business here. We're playing 3 at the back with wing backs, 2 in the middle, Hazard, Pedro wide and Costa up front. The selection will be Courtois, David Luiz, Cahill and Terry, Azpilicueta, Marcos Alonso, Matic and Conte, Pedro, Hazard and Costa. Now, in terms of Azpilicueta there, possibly Victor Moses can get a shot there as well. John Terry being in the starting 11 is a bit... It's not that he's not good enough, he's certainly good enough in the game to play there, probably good enough in real life still actually to play there as a starting player as well, but just the fact that Conte didn't really use him as a starter in real life means that I kind of feel that I shouldn't, so perhaps Victor Moses will play there and Azpilicueta will play in the defence, perhaps Nathan Ake can actually play in the defence, I'm not sure, but this is going to be the setup today. Let us continue. We're going to actually try as well and feature Nathaniel Chalobah there, going forward in the game. But as I say, for right now, we're going to get into it. See how this tactic works. I've never actually tried to use this modified version of the tactic before. I have used the tactic in a Manchester United save, just in my own personal free time, and it is mental. I went undefeated for the first 36 games in one of the, not in the first season as Man United, but after a couple of seasons when I built the team properly to fit into the tactic. It was 36 games unbeaten, and I think I drew like 2 of them. I just absolutely smashed it, back-to-back Champions Leagues and everything, so the tactic certainly is a good one, it certainly does work. So we'll see how it works in this modified version. Home to Swansea today, so we should be able to beat them. It's not a particularly difficult fixture for us to play. Let's actually, I haven't actually set this up, that's not brilliant. Let's put that one there, put that all the way up. We only want to see the key highlights, otherwise these episodes will go on forever, and we don't need to be seeing any replays. So let's push on with that. We'll encourage the team just to start this match here. Going to be doing a double header just to start off. We'll be playing Bournemouth as well in this episode, unless this game is about 10-0 and there's hundreds of highlights and it starts to lag on a bit. One thing with this tactic though is there's a lot of aggressive hard tackling, so you do tend to pick up the bookings, so you have to kind of watch and be a bit strategic with your substitutions to avoid players getting sent off and stuff. Hazard finds Pedro and it's 1-0. Lovely, good start, good start. What I've done with the wide players, Hazard and Pedro, I've actually told them to sit narrower, and they kind of have similar instructions that the 2 central attacking midfielders do on this tactic, as it comes when you download it. So I've tried to sort of make them mirror that role a little bit. Good to see them combining there as well, and Diego Costa with a hold-up play, as the striker has to do in this formation. Hazard swinging it in now, headed away, David Luiz down for Pedro, who gets his second, and we're off to a good start here. Another interesting side note actually, in our Real Madrid game we didn't have logos. I have downloaded a logo pack. I was a bit, number one, I don't do that offline. It doesn't really bother me not having the logos or anything. But I did get a comment in one of the Real Madrid videos as Hazard comes forward here. You're losing it to Llorente and we have to be careful. I'll pick that thought up in a minute. But it's forward to Tom Carroll now, who plays it to Narsing. Asleep at the wheel there, Marcos Alonso. Narsing coming forward, beats Alonso again, gets it in for Llorente, who does nod it into the goal, and we're going to have to tell them to concentrate, because that was just pure lack of concentration. We get broke on there, and 2-1. We have to be careful here. But on the logos, it's not something I ever download for offline play, so I didn't actually have it in the Real Madrid series. There was a comment about getting it, so I have picked up a logo pack. So we have the correct logos, correct names and all that kind of thing. I was wary about it in the past because I'm wary about any add-ons, frankly, that could maybe make the game crash or anything like that. It's not brilliant for the integrity of the game, or the series I should say, to have crashes and things having to change and all that kind of thing. Are we going to do it? Yeah, we're going to bring David Luiz off for Victor Moses. We'll pop Azpilicueta back there. He prefers to be on the right in a 2-man pairing, but nothing about the 3-man there. We will tell him to concentrate, because conceding that goal has me a little bit worried now. And there's a booking for Matic. He has to be careful actually. Pedro's corner, headed away by Amat, but it comes to Moses. Can he have a go now? Lines up Hazard for the volley, deflected. And it is a shame for Jordi Amat there, who is going to get credited with the own goal. I'm going to bring on Chalobah now for Matic. We'll actually make N'Golo Kante a ball winner, and Chalobah can be the box-to-box. Kante is actually incredibly useful in both of the central midfield positions in this tactic. I did sign him for Manchester United, and he was an absolute giant in that team. So hopefully you can do the same for us here. A comfortable game, a bit disappointed to concede the goal, but a comfortable game nonetheless. We will bring Nathan Ake on for Alonso now. I am trying to train him to play that wing-back role. It's actually interesting. He should pick it up fine because he can play left back naturally. But I actually, in the Manchester United save, I didn't use these wide men. So I had, as Hazard whips it in, header away, we'll come to Costa. Finds Moses, bit of space, drills it low, deflected. Pedro for a hat-trick. It's ended up in, but it is going to be offside. Gary Cahill will be flagged by the assistant. Yeah, I didn't play the wide men because I had Mkhitaryan and Mata to play the central midfielders, as the tactic comes when you download it. So Anthony Martial was a bit sort of left out. What I actually did with him was trained him to play right wing back, and it actually worked. He was absolutely sensational. So these wing back roles are actually quite they're quite forgiving with who you put in them, so I don't think Nathan Ake's going to have any problem playing in there. So 7 days till we play Bournemouth. We want to see, of course, we're just going to motor on right to that just now, but of interest here will be the Arsenal result against Palace. I suspect Arsenal will have no problem winning at home to Palace. I didn't quite suspect that it would go that well for them, but there you go, 5-0, Arsenal go top of the league. The bookies, interestingly, if we take a little look here, Club General Media Prediction 4th, and the bookies were agreeing with that. We were offered, the odds being offered on us were the 4th best to win the league. So expected to come 4th behind City, United and Arsenal, I think. So we were expected to finish 4th. I hope we do better than that. We are going to scout all these recommendations, and we do have some scouting assignments going on as well, but as I say, I'm not planning to actually sign up any of these guys, certainly not in the first season. Just doing our homework, certainly worth it. Unless somebody spectacular were to jump out at us. We are looking at all the big competitions, so if anybody sensational was to be on the transfer list or anything, it would come to our attention and we can go get those. So just while we're getting to the next game now, talking a bit about on the channel, this will be the new main series, replacing of course the Real Madrid series, which I decided to retire after we finally won the Champions League. The measure of success for this save will probably be the same, will probably be a Champions League trophy. A bit different from Real Madrid in the sense that the Real Madrid season was, the series I should say, was retired because we won everything that was available that season. It's a bit more difficult with Chelsea because you've got so many domestic things in England. You have 2 cups as opposed to just 1 in Spain. So I'm not sure, we'll feel it out, but certainly I'm not looking forward to the end of the series just now. We're just starting, so excited to see what we can actually get up to here. And also look out for new games on the channel. That's all I'm going to say about that. But I never intended to just be a straight Football Manager channel. So we're going to have another look at other games. We did dip our toe into the water a little bit with Civilization, but I wasn't frankly used to the... Who's this guy? Need to throw him on the bench, I guess. I wasn't used to the Civ 6 mechanics quite yet. I'm doing a little bit of work on that, so we might have another Civ 6 game in the future, but I have a couple of other games up my sleeve as well that I'll be looking to get on the channel. Where are we? Right, okay, so 442 from them today. Other guys to pick up where they left off, and once again just encourage them. They should have the tools to beat Bournemouth here, although I hate playing against 442 in this game. It's really strong for countering you. Alonso finds Luiz. Now here's Cahill. The defensive line pushed really high for that free kick. N'Golo Kante, pass 1, still going, tees up Hazard, and he's brought down by Patrick for the penalty, which will be taken by Hazard. It will be a good start here to get the early lead. Come on. I have been missing quite a few penalties recently actually, so hopefully Hazard can convert this. No, it's saved by Boric. Yeah, I don't know if maybe I'm wrong. I've heard a couple of people say they've missed a hell of a lot of penalties, so I wondered if they've patched something to do with the penalties to make the misses more frequent, or I'm not sure, but I don't feel like when I started playing this iteration of Football Manager that I missed that many penalties, but I feel like it happens quite a lot now. And there's a booking for Alonso. Come on, Chelsea. I'm not shouting at them quite yet, but in the second half I'll be doing it every 2 seconds if they don't pick up the performance levels. N'Golo Kante gets a telling off, and it's probably going to be 0-0 half time. Indeed it is. Okay, we're far from pleased. Hazard has been terrible today. Pedro hasn't been particularly great either. Do you know what? Let's change it to this. We'll take Pedro off for Cis Fabregas, who can play with Hazard just behind Costa there, centrally. And we'll see how we get on with this. It's a nice option to have, been able to move to that. We'll tell the guys to push forward here. Hopefully having the 2 central there, the tactic. As I say, I'm trying to force it a little bit with the wide men to get Pedro and Hazard in the positions that they really are playing for Chelsea in reality. As Max Grado has a dangerous Bournemouth free kick, and it comes, and Courtois claims it. Lovely, lovely play by the sweeper keeper there. Courtois out to Azpilicueta, back to Courtois, to David Luiz, nice cam play out from the back. David Luiz to Matic, who finds Hazard. Good ball to Alonso, who's further up the field than anybody apart from Costa. Back to Hazard, who's still running here. Got to make up for the penalty miss. He shoots and it's miles over. You're never going to make up for the penalty miss like that, son. Okay, we're still not able to give them any more instructions yet, as Alonso will take the throw. And N'Golo Kante with a nice touch. Lovely back heel. Costa loses it for a minute, but Alonso will find Kante. Now Matic pokes it through to Fabregas. Nice touch to Hazard. Back to Matic. Matic been forced back the way. Plays it to Gary Cahill, who's offering some support. Now Kante trying to probe our way through. Hazard, nice touch, back to Matic. Should have played it through, I think. Great ball from Matic to Alonso across the face, and Diego Costa with a lovely finish. Now let's tell him to concentrate. Last time we used him losing that. I did notice when I used this tactic with Manchester United that we won a lot of games 1-0. Alonso with a free kick, and we're not going to be winning this 1-0 because it is 2. Marcos Alonso, and his reward for that will be to be substituted. Nathan Ake coming on. Alonso on the booking, we can't take the risk. But a good game. This would be a good solid win if we held out here away at Bournemouth. They are a tough side. Okay, there's the booking for Matic. Probably, yeah, I'll take him off for Chalobah, move Conte over there. So a little look around the league. Spurs winning away at Palace, Man United hammering Hull. Pretty much standard. Nobody's slipped up yet amongst the big boys. Well, Liverpool and United have, but it was against each other, so nobody's sort of dropped points unexpectedly. Headed forward, but Azpilicueta finds Kanté. Now Fabregas as we move forward with Hazard. A nice touch, running, looking to unleash a shot. It's easy for Artur Boruc though. It will feel hard done by conceding 2 goals today. Good penalty save from him. Okay, I think we should tell the players to take a breather and stay on their feet now and not go flying in. Hopefully reduce fatigue and bookings. As I say that, Nathan Ake in the book. Courtois out to John Terry. Scoops it forward to Hazard. Nice first time pass to Ake. Then Chalobah into Kanté. Hazard now. Forward to Costa. Holds it up well. Back to Hazard. Running on it. Pass it. There you go. Lovely pass. Azpilicueta. Got to find the man in the middle. Holds it up. Cut back. Chalobah. Lovely finish on the edge of the box. Brilliant. And that will put us to the top of the league. It'd be nice to finish episode 1 top of the pile. 6 goals scored, I think, and 1 conceded. Not bad. Diego Costa with a calf strain though. That could be bad, especially with Batshuayi not at full fitness at the minute. As Francis clears it to Wilson. Come on ref, blow the damn whistle. Kanté pinches it back, plays it forward to Hazard. We're way over added time here. Hazard to Chalobah, Fabregas. We're way over added time, still going. Daniels to Pugh. Kanté can't win it back off Pugh, who plays it to King. They better not score a bloody goal here. Need a clean sheet. King losing it to Chalobah. And this game's going to go on forever. There we go. It was a bit odd for it to go that length of time. However, we are pleased with what we did today. 3-0 win away at Bournemouth is certainly worthy of celebration. We are top of the pile, but we do have to go to Sunday to see how Sunday's matches get on and see if we will actually finish the episode top of the pile. Sunderland beating Man City at the Stadium of Light, lovely, and Southampton beating Liverpool there. I missed that one earlier. Good news all round. Arsenal will go to the Hammers tomorrow. Hopefully West Ham can put a spanner in the works for Arsenal. We can finish with a good couple of results. Come on. Come on West Ham. Let's finish out the episode on a high note. 1-1, I'll take it. I will take it as 10-man West Ham scoring late equaliser against Arsenal. Lovely. So that's going to do it for episode 1. I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode and are looking forward to seeing the rest of the Chelsea series. As I said in one of the previous videos, it's not something that I always do, is clicking the like button, possibly the subscribe button. I never particularly like to hear people reminding people to click these buttons, but genuinely guys, it does help, and I'm always somebody who does forget, and when I'm prompted I do click it. So please, if you could do that, that would be lovely, and I'll see you next time.